Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of Deep Fat Fried, starring all of your favorite stupid fucking neckbeard motherfuckers.
And Paul.
And Paul, who is not a stupid fucking neckbeard motherfucker.
I've got a beard on my neck, but there's a beard elsewhere.
Yeah, Paul is a fucking
I'm a face
stupid
beard.
full beard
He's got a full-on beard, TJ. He's not just a neck
I'm a face beard.
It's a real beard.
You guys both got these little post-ironic,
Bullshit beards.
shaved down beards, non-committal beards.
Yeah. I'm going to grow mine a little bit more, though. I'm not going to go
Well,
for
Paul,
as long
why
as
hide
yours,
perfection?
But, well, if it's so perfect, why don't you shave it all off? Be clean-faced.
I mean, then I just blow you guys away. I mean, I feel too bad for you.
Got it.
Got to lower it down.
I see.
Good excuse not to have a man's beard.
Is it? Can you grab? Let's see. Can I grab mine yet? A little bit.
Can you grab a fucking healthy fistful of beard, though?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No. It's not a beard, then. You've got stubble, my friend.
Just some out-of-control stubble.
Enjoy your 3-day stubble.
3 days of stubble. Paul's beard is so powerful that, like, he has to trim it back to that every day.
Yeah.
Because he wakes up.
I'm like Rip Van Winkle when I wake up every day.
He looks like fucking Mr. Natural
your
from a
fucking
Crumb
knees.
comic or something.
I'm wearing like a diaper made out of my hair by the time I wake up. It's
Yeah.
just so fucking long.
You ever thought about selling all that shit?
I do.
Oh, you do?
How do you think I support myself with this? Come on.
It's trifling pay.
We barely fucking give Paul shit. We're just like, here's a
give
here's
Paul
here's a quarter.
7 shillings a week, dude. That's it.
Hey,
Every
all he
episode
gets.
you do, you get a quarter.
that's why I gotta sell my beard hairs.
Dude, what the fuck? You're giving Paul quarters. I'm giving him shillings. I don't know, dude. I
Oh,
don't know.
shit.
We got to fucking talk
Paul's
about this
being
later.
overpaid. He's getting a quarter and a shilling per episode.
7 shillings.
7 shillings? Jeez, what is he? Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I mean, luckily, I can just, I can do this in my spare free time.
yeah, this is kind of like
in between selling off my day's harvest of beard hairs.
Yeah, it's got to have something to fill the days with.
You want to know what, dude? I'm so careless about it. I find them all over my house, too.
Wow.
Perfectly good beard hairs that I could have collected and sold, but I just throw them away.
You're just like, meh,
Just like,
whatever. I have enough.
Paul gets sheared every morning.
Wipe my ass with $100 bills.
Yep.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Just no big deal.
Making
And
it.
Paul's
I'm
pretty
big
humble.
time.
He's not flexing on the show or enough. He's not coming over here like, look, this new Rolex I got. I mean,
Dude,
No.
Paul, if you ever do decide to do that, like,
Burnside thing.
Admiral Burnside look,
Mm-hmm.
we should just sell all the fucking hair. We just put it in a
All the
Ziploc
chin
bag.
pubes.
$1 a hair.
What do you mean we? What did you have to do
Yeah,
with
that's kinda-
cultivating this hair?
Well, I mean, like on the show, you can obviously have
okay.
the revenue from it.
Okay,
but,
gotcha.
Yeah, you should
Gotcha.
sell it, dude. You should sell that shit.
Nobody's gonna buy my
They
chin
would.
pubes.
I guarantee they
you.
fucking would. I guarantee someone out there is depraved enough that they want it. I don't see why not.
I gotta have more faith in humanity than that.
Oh, that's misplaced.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd have any of that.
Plus, I don't know if you can transport that shit because there's a lot more than beard hair that comes with that tuft of hair, man.
Oh,
There's
really?
the soups of days gone by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little flecks of
Might be a
popcorn.
biohazard.
Yeah, you never know. You never know
Government-
what's in there.
There might be government intervention like, oh, shit,
Every
we gotta
time I
stop
reach
this.
into there, I pull something new out.
The Chris Pratt store? What the fuck?
I'll find a Skittle.
What?
Amazon's got some weird shit going on these days.
The Chris Pratt store?
Yeah, it's mostly fitness equipment
Oh.
because I guess he's fit.
You're going to be like Chris Pratt. Come
I
on,
wanna
TJ.
be like you, Chris
I was
Pratt.
kind of hoping I could just buy time with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, just like, can I hang out with Chris Pratt for a minute? Whoa, Chris Pratt, you sucked in Jurassic World,
I
bro.
want to do a little more than hanging out, TJ.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I want to let it all hang out with Chris
Let it
Pratt.
all hang out. I mean, he's a pretty attractive guy.
Put that up on the Chris Pratt store.
Yeah,
You get to indiscriminately fuck Chris Pratt for
you could
know,
fuck
for an
Chris
hour.
Pratt's beautiful chiseled man ass for
Sell it by the
as
half
long
hour or
as you
some shit.
want.
Yeah,
$17,000 a second, Paul. That's all you got to pay.
He's gonna sell you some Adidas.
that's less than 1 or 2 beard hairs.
He's
in
gonna
the
sell
morning.
you some fucking Bose headphones. He's gonna sell you some.
It's not the
punching
fucking
bags.
Chris Pratt store.
It is. They got him. Look here. I'll show you.
Are they Chris Pratt branded headphones?
No,
Then fuck it. It's not the Chris
Look,
Pratt store.
they just
He's
put. They
working
just
out.
slapped his
they
face.
slapped
on it.
his name on all this other crap.
Has nothing to do with him.
It has nothing to do with Chris Pratt.
He owns all this shit, dude. You're gonna be fit like him. Just buy
Dude.
all this shit.
I need a fucking peak velocity heavyweight fleece hoodie, dude.
I need 10 minutes alone with Chris Pratt. That's all I need. Is that on that store somewhere?
It is.
Okay. Well, I'll
Maybe
buy
there's
that.
a contest you can win 10 minutes with Chris Pratt.
Why is that hoodie the Chris Pratt hoodie? I don't
I
understand.
don't even see him wearing that hoodie.
This type of fucking
Where's
branding
Chris-
and shit.
Where's Chris Pratt on that hoodie?
Yeah. Why isn't he wearing that hoodie?
He's wearing the hoodie right there.
It's a different hoodie.
He's wearing the same hoodie, guys.
It's a
not the
100%
same.
a
You guys are
different hoodie.
freaking being too harsh.
Chris Pratt wears these shoes.
You guys are just mad.
So should you.
There's not the fucking TJ Kirk store, dude.
Oh, look, Chris Pratt golfing.
Hey, golfs too, man.
Yeah, he golfs. He does all kinds of shit. He's a golfing man. He's a fucking boxing man. He's a man of all trades, dude.
He does it all, man.
Yeah, he's a fucking doer.
This bar saves lives. Damn, he's helping save lives even.
Unlike
Fuck.
you. Unlike you guys who don't do shit.
I don't have
Chris
a fuck-
Pratt's out there.
Well, I don't have an Amazon
Listen
store.
to this fucking inspirational quote from Chris Pratt. Being active is more than just about getting fit. The mental and emotional benefits go far beyond the physical. It's about setting a goal and showing up for yourself.
Damn.
Buy
sounds
this
horrible.
stuff, Paul.
I feel inspired.
I just want to create a Paul's Ego store.
what,
got like-
what would the quote on that one be?
Cyanide tablets.
Get off this planet as soon as possible by buying these products.
Wow.
There'd be like bags of hot Cheetos on there. Big fucking half gallons of Bluebell ice cream.
Industrial size barrel of Cheetos.
Memberships to all the stupid fucking movie companies so you can just waste your day away watching movies.
Cigarette of the day club.
Yep. Video game consoles, vape juice,
Dude, Paul just needs to start the hedonism club, dude.
The
big
Paul.
baggy shirts that are nondescript and don't draw the eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like it. Where's Paul's fucking store?
Come
Goddamn
Why
it.
on,
don't
the
I get a
Paulites.
store?
Where's the fucking Paul store?
Dude,
Amazon.
it'd be pretty fucking easy to set something like this up, dude. Just
Yeah.
pick a bunch of products that typify
random
my
ass
life.
products. You know. Yeah. We should all start a store.
Yeah, let's have a Paul store. We'll just, we'll scalp a little bit of the finder's fee off it. Can't we do that shit?
Yeah, I
Doesn't
think
Amazon
so.
let you be like a
Yeah.
affiliate or whatever?
Yeah, but they don't let you do a page like this.
I'm pretty sure you could find most of everything that I need in my entire life on Amazon somewhere.
Let's
so.
see if they have hot Cheetos.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, of course they have hot
I guarantee
Cheetos.
you they have hot Cheetos, TJ.
Let's see if they have like an industrial size hot.
I don't
Cheetos.
buy them in industrial size bags though. That's one of the ways that I keep
Oh,
myself from
50.
completely succumbing to the hot Cheeto. Is I only get that like middle-sized bag that's meant for you, to snack on.
I wish there was a giant barrel.
Like that one there, the $2.98 one in the middle. That's about the size of hot Cheeto bag that I get, and I get the crunchy ones too. Those fucking puffs wouldn't even be on there.
Poofs.
No poofs.
It's a poofs.
None of this.
You can get a 50 count of them.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
but those are the
dude.
little tiny ones. I don't roll like this.
You don't roll like that.
No,
Paul's ego don't roll that way.
I get that little
but
bag,
you stupid.
and I'll
fucking
eat it.
stupid.
I'll eat it in 2 sittings, basically.
How about
What do you-
hot fries,
What do you think
guys?
of Andy Capp's hot fries, Paul?
I don't.
You don't think of them?
No.
Oh, shit.
They're just too inferior to the Red Hot Cheetos.
Every fucking chip that you can think of that's in the hot category is ultimately owes its existence to fucking.
Hey, guys,
hot
you can
Cheetos.
say healthy go back, TJ?
I thought fucking Andy Capp's hot fries came first.
Nah, dude, they suck.
You're wrong.
What'd you say, Scotty?
I said they suck. Go back.
What about? What am I looking
Look,
at?
dude, you can get baked flaming hot Cheetos.
Don't waste your time. Those won't be on the Paul's Ego store.
Yeah, there's no baked shit on the Paul's
But
Ego
Paul,
store.
it's 50% less
Baking-
fat.
baking a hot
100%
Cheeto-
the same great taste.
It ruins the fucking nature of the hot Cheeto. It doesn't taste right. You got to have the flame, and don't get the extra flaming hot too, because you know what? There's a little bit of restraint on the Paul's store. There's a line, and the extra flaming hot Cheetos, they go over the line.
Damn, Paul, so you're actually a
you
moderate
don't want
on
it's
the Cheetos
twice
issue.
as hot, dude. Twice as hot.
No, TJ, on this issue, Paul's the moderate. He's like, you know what? You can't go too far. You can't go too healthy. You have
I'm
to
gonna
be right
go.
in the
I'm
middle.
gonna go the Andy Cap fucking hot fries, man. They're the original. They're the classic.
Wow. Well, way to waste your fucking money, TJ.
Dude, that's a
total-
Congratulations, you're throwing money down the toilet.
Them hot fries is good, bitch.
Meanwhile, for the $6.93 you paid for the hot fries, you could have 2 big old bags of fucking flaming hot Cheetos
hot
and
fries,
actually enjoyed
the
yourself.
original
No,
and
go ahead.
the best.
I like watching people waste their money, TJ.
That's fine. I will. I think
ahead.
I fucking will.
So, TJ, would you always argue that the original is the best?
Not always, but in this case, yeah.
I would.
Yeah. Original's the best, Scotty.
I would always argue that the original.
Who's
is
the best president we ever had? George Washington.
He was the original.
Damn.
Number one. We already put him up against Trump. It wasn't even close. It was a massacre.
And we know Trump's obviously number 2 on that list, so.
Yeah. But he's not even close to the fucking appeal of George
Well,
Washington.
TJ, Trump might join some of the subjects of tonight's episode.
Will he?
He might join a new list.
He might join a new list. What list is that, Scotty?
So tonight's episode, TJ, is impeach presidents and worst ways to die. But obviously,
Whoa,
first,
are you making a fucking implication there? Are you drawing a parallel there, Scotty? Are you threatening the presidents with horrible ways to die? Because that's the
No.
way I'm reading it.
No, Paul.
That's the way I'm reading it.
Are you reading as a veiled threat?
Scotty
Yep.
is a fucking you're a veiled threater, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Veiled threat. Veiled threat. That is a veiled threat.
Jesus.
I'm not trying to threaten anyone. They're 2 totally separate topics that happen to be part of the same episode.
If you keep making veiled threats, Scotty, something bad might happen.
Whoa.
That's all I'm
what?
saying,
Like
you know?
what could happen to me?
I don't know, but bad things have been known to happen to people who make veiled threats around here, huh?
Whoa, that itself is a veiled threat.
Dude, so something bad's going to
What
happen to you.
you talking about? I didn't say nothing. I'm warning you. I'm warning you for your safety.
Both
Something
veiled
bad
threats.
might happen
You're
to
both
you.
Well,
canceled.
I mean, under that logic, I have to warn you too. So something bad might happen to you as well.
Oh shit!
You never know.
No, it won't.
I don't think anything bad's going to happen to either of you.
Wow. Well, something bad happened to us though.
Optimistic
It
Paul.
won't be as a result of me.
Optimistic Paul.
Well, I definitely trust you, dude. So how about impeachment for dummies, guys?
Impeachment for dummies.
So you guys know what impeachment is?
Yeah.
It's the process by which Congress can remove a president for committing high crimes or misdemeanors.
That's part of it.
I like the misdemeanors
So
part.
the
'Cause that means you could get impeached for like stealing a candy bar or something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want a
probably
president
not.
that's ripping off a candy
Probably
bar, do you?
I do.
I don't.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't think most people that rip off candy bars
So,
are
TJ,
worthy of serving.
I
the
want
presidency.
Trump. I bet you Trump has stolen a candy bar in his life, even though
He's
he's
stolen a lot
billionaire.
more than that, dude. Come on, that's nothing.
Well, but I like the idea of him just engaging in very petty theft.
Oh,
He steals rallies now. He literally shows up in the cities that he does the rallies and then stiffs the city with all the bills.
I ain't paying shit. Fuck you.
I'm the president.
I'm the fucking president, bitch.
Oh, do you know
Fucking Trump,
Dude,
bitch.
Trump's the kind of guy that would totally just walk in somewhere and see take one candy and just take the bowl, dude. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, for sure.
They're free.
They're free.
The bowl's mine.
They never said I had to pay.
There was never any implication.
So, TJ, we got to talk about the most famous document in American history, TJ. The Constitution. 'Cause that's where we get impeachment from, TJ. The Constitution provides that a president can be impeached for treason, bribery, or as Paul said, other high crimes and misdemeanors. Treason and bribery are well understood, of course, but the Constitution does not define high crimes and misdemeanors, which has been a big part of the debate with Trump.
Right.
So, Congress has identified 3 types of conduct that constitute grounds.
I like to commit high crimes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
Nothing. It's all good, bro.
Not picking up what you're putting out there, TJ.
Just keep going, man. It doesn't matter. It was over your head because it was too high, man.
The constitute grounds for impeachment, TJ, including misusing an office for financial gain, which Trump would never
Trump
do.
is definitely.
I mean, come on.
Trump's done that for sure.
But the misdeeds need not be crimes. A president can be impeached for abusing powers of the office or acting in a manner considered incompatible with the office.
Okay.
So you pull up the next image, please, TJ.
I don't want to.
Okay, you don't want to?
I'm protesting.
We'll just,
Who's this? Who's this fucking
you know
loser?
who this is, TJ.
Who's that loser?
It's President Ford.
No, it ain't.
Gerald Ford, TJ. So when Gerald Ford was a member of the House, he defined an impeachable offense as whatever majority of the House of Representatives considers it to be at the given moment in history. In other words, impeachment and convictions by Congress is a political punishment, not a criminal one. So obviously, this is a very politicized issue. When people make it seem like, well, it's just they committed a crime, that's why it's happening. This is usually a political repudiation.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but some people think it's oh no, it's a crime. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to even be a crime to be impeached.
So you could be like, we're impeaching him because we don't like him, and it could just be like, you could just do that.
I mean, if enough people agree, then sure. Yeah.
So if 2/3 of the Senate's like, yeah, we don't like him.
yeah.
Doesn't even matter if he did anything wrong or not. Just like, eh.
Well, I mean, they're always going to be able to manufacture something on anybody. I mean, you can obviously create a scandal out of
We
thin air.
charge him with being a real fucking doo-doo head.
I mean, not that in American politics you have to look far for a scandal to begin with.
Oh, yeah, you do.
So impeachment proceedings begin when the president is accused of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors, and this is the U.S. Constitution, Article 2, Section 4. The House of Representatives votes on the articles of impeachment or formal charges of misconduct. If approved by a majority of members, the president is impeached, though they remain in office. And then, of course, you have to go to the Senate, which is a big issue here we've been talking about.
Senate.
Here's a picture of the Senate, which is now you have to have a trial by the Senate.
Oh, shit, it's a ghost Senate.
So you can be impeached, but then you're not removed from office.
Yeah, the Senate has to clear it, too. And they have to do two. You only need a simple majority to do the impeachment, but to actually get them removed from office, you have to have like a 2/3 majority, right?
Yes. So the next step, of course, you have to go to the Senate. While there is debate over whether the Senate is constitutionally required to take up the matter, it has held trials in past cases. Yeah, so it's not clear. I've always done it, but it's not really clear if they have to do it.
What?
Now with Trump's impeachment, the upcoming one.
Why does shit always just? I think I understand something, and then you throw me a curveball like that. I'm like, wait, what? So wait, huh? What do you mean it's not? They're not sure if it's required. Well, what the fuck? How do you remove them? Like how? What? Huh?
Well,
Scotty?
That's constitutional interpretation of that. Well, it's because unless it's clearly said the Senate must have the trial.
I just assumed it was.
People can argue that maybe this Senate doesn't necessarily have to have the trial.
Oh.
Maybe they can vote a resolution saying we don't want to have.
So where did all this 2/3 majority from the Senate shit come from then?
Well, that's still written in the Constitution.
Oh.
It's very confusing, TJ.
I'm confused.
So
I'm flummoxed.
selected members of the House act as prosecutors. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court serves as judge.
Cool.
And the senators are the jurors. If at least 2/3 of the senators then present vote for conviction, the president is removed from office and replaced with the vice president.
So isn't the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court conservative right now? So
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
John
I mean,
Roberts.
why would you? So how do the Democrats think this impeachment thing is going to work again?
they don't.
So I mean, what is it for? Just they think it's going to be
It's a
like a
show-
bloody nose on Trump
Yes.
going into the election?
Yes.
The exact same thing that happened to Clinton.
But it's not. It's just going to make him more. It's just going to invigorate his base.
We're actually going to talk about Bill Clinton's case, and
Okay.
that'll be interesting that you brought that up.
Blowjob.
The decision of the Senate cannot be appealed to federal courts. After leaving office, the former president may still be prosecuted for his or her alleged misconduct.
Yeah.
So only two presidents, Andrew Johnson in 1868 and our good old friend Bill Clinton in 1998, I guess both in 8 years, have been impeached, but neither was convicted. One president, Richard Nixon, resigned his office in 1974 when it became clear to be impeached. So everyone knew Nixon was about to be impeached. He just resigned. He's like,
But he had a very different trajectory than what Trump has because
his own party turned against him, too.
it says here that he would have likely been convicted by the Senate.
Well,
So he was looking down the barrel of being removed from office. So it was really like he was like, all right, I better
a number of Republican senators basically moved the investigation forward and voted. They actually voted with Democrats to advance basically the articles of impeachment against Nixon. It was becoming clear that eventually...
It seems like a different universe at this point where that would happen.
It became clear that Nixon was eventually going to be impeached. He was basically told by the powers that be in the party, like, look, if you don't just resign, one, you're not going to be pardoned, and two, you're going to be removed anyway.
You got to get the fuck up out of here, bro.
So he realized, I got to get out of here. So he was never actually impeached, but he would have been impeached. And probably should have been the first successful impeachment had he not resigned.
So basically, when he saw what he was up against, he's like nah.
And interesting enough that Gerald Ford was using that quote earlier, was that actually he was the one that pardoned Nixon.
Yeah.
So can you move the next image? So this is Andrew Johnson. This is the first impeachment of a president.
Kind of looks like Trump.
A little bit.
Not a very popular president.
Do you think he has a what do we call it? The neck cunt?
Yeah, it looks like
The
he's
nunt.
hiding a nunt under
He's
there.
got a nunt.
Do you think he's got a nunt?
Yeah, it looks like he
looks
does.
like he might have a nunt, dude.
I mean, he has the benefit of this being an 1860s photo, but if it wasn't, I'm pretty sure we'd see the nunt very clearly.
Damn.
Was
Was that why they impeached him?
Well, no, you're about to find out, TJ, because, I mean, obviously you're not very educated, TJ. You don't know much about history.
I don't know nothing. I don't even know who this is. I never even heard of this guy. He's crazy.
Okay. So Johnson ascended to the presidency after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. Did you know that, TJ? Did you know Johnson became president after Lincoln was
I
assassinated?
didn't even know who's Lincoln?
Oh, my God.
Who's this Abraham Lincoln guy? Was he
So-
president too?
Yes, TJ, he was president.
Oh, cool.
He was the 16th president of the United States.
Oh, the stupidest number, though.
A former senator from Tennessee, he was in favor of going easy on the states that had seceded from the Union during the Civil War. Johnson gave almost total amnesty to former Confederates, supported bringing the seceded states back into the Union quickly and easily, and approved local Southern governments that passed harshly restrictive black codes. Though it may seem
So
like...
he basically undid
yeah,
a lot of what Lincoln was trying to accomplish.
during Reconstruction, yes.
So, like, this is the guy who's pretty much responsible for Reconstruction being a fucking joke.
Yes.
Okay.
Though it may seem like Johnson was in favor of the southern states due to his own heritage, in reality, he was largely following Lincoln's plans.
So I was wrong then.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I had to set you up. Obviously, I knew the document.
You set me up for
I'm
failure.
sorry.
You could have corrected me then, but you just fucking waited.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little known fact about it. It was that these were obviously largely Lincoln's plans he was carrying out. He was actually finally respecting Lincoln's will and what he wanted done.
But apparently people didn't like it when he did it.
Well, Lincoln was dead, so you didn't have to worry about it, did he?
Yep. Lincoln didn't have to fucking take the heat.
So in addition to being unhappy with his Reconstruction program, the radical Republican majority in Congress, who were devoted to ensuring the rights of freed slaves, worried that Johnson would replace Lincoln's cabinet with officials who would support his views. To prevent this, they passed the Tenure of Office Act, which prevented the president from firing Senate-confirmed officials without Senate approval. So basically, the Senate has say over who the president can even fire in his cabinet.
Right.
Of course, there was...
So there was immediate distrust of this fucker the second he really fucking took power.
Yeah, they thought he'd be too sympathetic to the South. They're like, no, we're not going to have that.
Like, we don't want this southern cocksucker.
Well, the most you could
We gotta technically let him be president, but we don't like him.
So the most you could do with this act was the president could suspend a cabinet member while the Senate was in recess, but when the Senate reconvened, they had to sanction the removal. If they didn't, they'd be reinstated. So the president couldn't fire someone from their cabinet. They just nope.
So obviously that didn't stand because
well, no, he obviously
fucking Trump fires a different person every
Dude,
week.
we'd still have Sean Spicer though if this was still.
That would be
in
so
effect.
cool. Spicer was my favorite mouthpiece of Trump,
he was
dude.
he was great. He looked
He
like
was
a
the
deer
best.
in the headlights.
They've gotten progressively worse because it was that one fat bitch, and now it's pretty much Giuliani that goes out there and like, Trump's great.
Well, Trump stopped holding them. He got so much media criticism for those press conferences. They just like said, you know
It's
what?
like, no more press
They
conferences.
want a bitch. We ain't going to do it anymore. So, believing the Tenure of Office Act to be unconstitutional, Johnson started testing the waters. In 1867, while Congress was out of session, he suspended Lincoln's Secretary of War, Edwin Stanton. Can you pull up the next image? So we get an image of Stanton.
Stanton.
Well, it's actually that's
bullshit, ain't it?
Yep, this is it.
Damn.
A resplendent beard. And Stanton was the only cabinet.
How do you rate that beard, Paul?
Oh, we'll go ahead and do that.
If it had a mustache, it would be a 10 out of 10.
Right.
But without
So without the mustache,
it's
what
about
is
a
it?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Back when men was men. So this is the only cabinet member to actually support the radical Republicans.
Okay.
So Johnson appointed Ulysses S. Grant as an interim replacement, a choice he thought would appease everyone. And of course, he was wrong. The Senate didn't sanction Stanton's removal, returning him to the position of Secretary of War. In retaliation, Johnson formally removed Stanton and replaced him again, this time with Adjutant General Lorenzo Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Senate didn't like that, dude. Stanton refused to go, actually barricading himself in the office. So it's like, I ain't leaving. The law says that you can't remove me. I'm not fucking leaving. On February 24th, 1868, Congress initiated Johnson's impeachment process in the House, citing the president's blatant disregard for the Tenure of Office Act, among other things.
But they made it up. They're just like,
Yeah,
Tenure of
basically.
Office Act. We passed it because we don't like him, and he's defying it, so impeach him. Like, what? So you made up a new rule that's bullshit, and then you're going to try to impeach him on the basis of breaking your stupid rule that doesn't even make sense and is not even in the Constitution or anything.
So, of course, the House votes to impeach Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
He has a trial in the Senate. In the end, Johnson escaped by the skin of his teeth. One vote. If he had received one more vote, he would have been removed from office.
So he was one vote shy
He was one
of getting kicked
vote
out
away.
of office, being the first president to, well, yeah. He'd have been the first and the only.
But you know, the funny thing is that it didn't really matter because in a few months, he was a very unpopular incumbent. He didn't even win the Democratic Party's nomination that year.
Right, because people were just like, yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, he had started off as a Republican. He was on the Republican ticket. He ran as a Democrat, didn't even make it.
Yeah, they're just like, eh.
Instead, the Democrats nominated former governor of New York, Horatio Seymour, who lost Republican Ulysses S. Grant in a general election by a fucking landslide.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's General Grant. Come on.
I mean, yeah, who's going to beat?
Ulysses S. Grant's a
I mean,
hero.
yeah, he's the fucking hero of the Civil War. I mean, this guy is an unpopular fuck. So history is actually on Johnson's side, though, at least in one sense. The Tenure of Office Act was soon repealed,
Because it sucks.
and a ruling on a related case in 1926, the Supreme Court declared the Tenure of Office Act was unconstitutional, just like Johnson claimed.
Wow, dude. vindicated.
So, I mean, like, yeah, he was, like, vindicated by history. It was kind of like, that act was kind of bullshit. They're just trying to tell the president he can't fire people in his own administration.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on.
so weird. Like, I mean, like, that's not, I mean, the president should be able to pick their cabinet, even if you think they're a moron.
If you can go back to the other one, the ticket, I thought it was kind of interesting just to look at that for a
What
second.
is it? Let me see.
So this is actually a ticket to go into the impeachment trial.
Oh, they were selling tickets?
I don't know if they sold them, but I think they gave them away.
Oh, this is a facsimile of ticket of
Yeah,
admission to the
exactly.
impeachment trial. So you could go in like, yeah, I want to check out this impeachment.
I'm going to go to the Senate and see what happens.
Let's see if the president gets kicked out of office, man.
Well,
I mean,
why
I think-
not?
I think technically they do this in open session, so you could still go.
Cool.
You could sit in the gallery or whatever the fuck, right?
Neat.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, you could.
I want to go see Trump get impeached, man. That'd be cool.
I feel your pain, TJ.
I feel your pain.
This is Bill. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Clinton.
Awesome.
See, people think he was impeached for a blowjob, but he was impeached for lying about a blowjob.
Yeah, but it's more fun to say he was impeached over a blowjob.
I mean, of course. It's just a shorthand way of saying, like, look, that's why he got impeached. I mean, maybe that wasn't really the reason, but it had a big part of it.
Yeah.
So, in November 1995, Clinton began an affair with Monica Lewinsky, a 21-year-old unpaid intern. Over the course of a year and a half, the president and Lewinsky had nearly a dozen sexual encounters in the White House. I mean, Bill.
Hell yeah, they did.
I mean, damn, Bill. In the White House, gotta get your fuck on. I mean,
Oh,
why not?
he put the white in that house, bro.
You're the president. Good for you. In April 1990, plus he's married to Hillary. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like, who could
I
blame
mean,
him?
they wouldn't really blame the guy. In April 1996, Lewinsky was transferred to the Pentagon. That summer, she confided in Pentagon coworker Linda Tripp about her sexual relationship with the president. So, TJ, why don't you show a couple images? Like the next one is Monica Lewinsky. So this is them together, working in that White House.
I wonder how good she
Working
sucked that dick,
real
dude.
hard in the
I mean,
White House.
I mean, if she
The
fucking
dude in the background knows what's going on.
He's
by
all
the way.
like, I know what's going to happen in about
that
10
dude
minutes.
knows what's going down.
if there were 12 blowjobs or more going on in the fucking White House, then apparently she was good.
She
at
was
it.
good at
You're
it.
not going to go back for 12ths on a bad.
I don't know if it's
blowjob.
just because she's Monica Lewinsky, the most famous blowjob giver of all time. Maybe, yeah, I mean, definitely, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, Marilyn Monroe was, blowing
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, still, she was never, like, explicitly, like, there was never a trial around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
What was that chick from the porn, the famous deep throat thing from the 70s?
I don't know.
I mean, I think Monica Lewinsky.
But, the
It's
fact that I don't
probably-
remember her name just shows.
yeah, that pretty much proves that.
Monica Lewinsky, though, she's the most, I don't know if it's just because she's the most famous blowjob giver of all time, but she looks like she'd give a good blowjob.
I mean, she must be able to.
Right. I mean, she was good enough for the president.
She's sucking the dick. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
she's sucking the national dick. That was really, she sucked America's dick,
Yeah.
if we're honest, you know?
She did.
Like, because when you're the president, your dick is America's dick.
you know the next image? I believe it's another one of them together. This might be. Yep. So this is a video that came out a couple years ago that just showed them in the Oval Office, and as you can see, looking
Bill
pretty,
looks like he's got he's in a half blowjob coma.
dude. Bill,
Dude, he looks like he's like phasing out of our existence. That blowjob is so good.
I need
Yeah.
to take a nap.
Because, I mean, like, they're both standing at about the same distance from the camera, and yet she's not blurry and he is.
Yeah. That
So-
blowjob
it's a
gave her the,
multiverse blowjob.
that
dude.
blowjob gave him the ring disease. Remember that? In
Yeah.
The ring,
Oh, yeah.
your face was always blurry. She sucked his dick so hard he got the ring disease.
I mean, as you can
man.
see, they're pretty close, though. I mean, and like you said, phasing out of reality from a blowjob, that's pretty impressive. So obviously, she confides in Linda Tripp. So in 1987, with the relationship
What a
over-
trip.
Yeah, what a trip, dude.
Nah.
Tripp begins to secretly record conversations with Lewinsky, in which
What a
Lewinsky
bitch.
gave Tripp details about the affair. Well, she hated Bill Clinton. She hated the Clintons.
I'm going to get the details on it. I'm going to destroy this man.
So in December of that year, lawyers for Paula Jones, who was suing the president on sexual harassment charges, subpoenaed Lewinsky. In January 1998, allegedly under the recommendation of the president, Lewinsky filed an affidavit in which she denied ever having a sexual relationship with him. 5 days later, Tripp contacted the office of Kenneth Starr, the Whitewater Independent Counsel, to talk about Lewinsky and the tape she made of their conversations.
Whitewater, dude.
Tripp, wired by FBI agents working with Starr, met with Lewinsky again. On January 16th, Lewinsky was taken by FBI agents and U.S. attorneys to a hotel where she was questioned and offered immunity if she cooperated with prosecution.
Immunity for what? Sucking a dick? When has that been illegal in this country?
Oh, dude, they just did what the federal government does. They swept in and said,
Intimidating witnesses.
you're going to go to federal prison. Your parents are going to go to federal prison.
For
Everyone's...
sucking a dick.
I'm sure there was other ways.
You sucked the national dick. Only Hillary is allowed to do that, and we all know she won't.
And of course, but it was kind of brilliant how it was done. I mean, this Linda Tripp one basically engineered Bill Clinton, nearly Bill Clinton's downfall. At least you would think so. Obviously, history didn't bear that out, but she was pretty successful. And obviously, the Republicans. Well, here's the thing: Newt Gingrich had a fucking boner at the time for Bill Clinton. He really the decision was made early on. I think after they said the midterms, like in 1994, he wanted to impeach Clinton. Like, we got to get Clinton out of office.
I mean, it's pretty much a dark mirror of what's going on now. I mean, Clinton was everything that the Republicans wanted to be.
Let's take a quick look at Bill Clinton.
Yeah, this is Bill denying.
Talking his shit.
No, we don't do that anymore. So while this was worthy of the nation's highest office, Ronald Reagan's speech, 12 years later, on this day in 1998, a scandal of sex and lies marked a low point for the White House.
It was the day President Bill Clinton said words that would follow him and his wife for years to come. Scott Pelley reports.
Tonight, Monica Lewinsky's attorneys tell us that she has told prosecutors all she knows. They describe what they call a complete account of her relationship with President Clinton. But that account was given over the telephone today and was not written down. Prosecutors are still trying to decide whether they will offer immunity. This new threat came on the same day that the president finally rallied to his own defense. The president had been silent 3 days. His lawyers wanted it that way. But the political damage was rising much too fast. Today, drawn and bleary-eyed, Mr. Clinton joined...
Drawn and bleary-eyed.
Drawn and bleary-eyed.
Man, the press just never changes, bro.
No, they don't.
This is the same fucking press it ever was.
...the battle to save his presidency.
But I want to say one thing to the American people.
Look at his bleary eyes.
I mean, even though right now, yeah, Bill
his eyes are bleary.
I'm sorry, but Bill looks pretty fucking cool under pressure here.
He doesn't look fucking. He doesn't look bleary. I mean, maybe. Slightly,
yeah, obviously
I don't know.
he looks tired. But
he looks like he could use a Lewinsky job. You know what I mean?
But he wasn't getting that anymore. I mean, no wonder he was so stressed.
Yeah, they fucking cut off his fucking blowjobs. But
definitely a consummate politician, and you'll see why.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again.
All right.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never.
That was all lies.
Whoops.
Total bullshit.
I did it again.
I love how Bill also has to fucking, because he's being sued for sexual harassment, has to also have the caveat, Monica Lewinsky. You know, it's Lewinsky I'm talking about.
Yeah, that woman.
Specifically. I did not have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky.
Maybe so.
Now, I can't speak for all women, because I have had sex with a few women. But Monica Lewinsky, no, not sex. And she blew me.
And I believe you actually
know. She blew me several times.
Because Newsweek was actually developing this story, but I believe you actually know, TJ, you actually are aware of who actually broke the story. Because of Newsweek's...
It's Drudge.
Yep, Matt Drudge, because he was...
There's a claim to fame of the Drudge Report.
Yeah, because he was so reticent, because Newsweek was so reticent to run the story, because they wanted to develop the story further, and he got wind of it and was like, I'm just going to report it, fuck that.
Fuck that, I'm reporting this.
And I mean, of course, because it turned out to be an actual legit story, I mean...
That made the Drudge Report.
Oh, fuck yeah, it did.
That's why there is a Drudge Report to this day.
These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
There you go.
Go back to work for the American people.
So in late July, lawyers for Lewinsky and Starr worked out a full immunity agreement covering both Lewinsky and her parents, all of whom Starr had threatened with prosecution.
Ugh.
That's Linda Tripp.
Yeah, this is Linda Tripp. Yeah, she's...
Ah.
By the way, if you're wondering, I did not have to... This is the first image that comes up. This is not something I had to go looking for.
Double, toil and trouble, cauldron burn and cauldron bubble. I'm Linda Tripp.
Yeah, I can see why she had such a fucking hard-on for Bill, man.
That's a bad trip, man.
Dude,
I
yeah.
ain't down with this.
I mean, look, dude, she wasn't Bill's type. Clearly, she wanted that Bill Clinton dick, and he's probably like,
is that what it was about? You know,
I don't know. I mean,
jealous?
that's my little theory, though.
This just looks like the fucking alternate reality where fucking Scotty goes trans and
cool.
It just gets really fat.
Damn, TJ.
Yuck.
It's a fucking horrible joke, dude. It's so offensive.
I wasn't even joking.
All right. Well,
Wasn't joking, Scotty.
Wasn't even a good comment.
Who
there,
said I
TJ.
was joking, Scotty?
I did. I guess I was mistaken, TJ.
You were mistaken.
Don't dead
Actually,
name.
your hair is prettier than
TJ,
hers.
don't dead
I
name
take
me.
it back.
Don't dead name me in that universe, TJ.
I'm sorry.
Don't dead name me.
My
in that
bad.
Universe. Come on, dude.
My bad, bro.
So how about the stained blue dress, TJ?
Who's this?
That's Paula Jones.
Okay. There's Kenneth
Kenneth
Starr.
Starr.
Here it
Douchebag.
is. Can you go up? We can actually see the. There's the
Oh,
dress.
there's the dress.
Dude, how wily was she to keep one of his nuts?
I know, right? She's
Like,
like,
she
ooh, the
saved-
president came on my dress.
She saved the nut.
Ooh, the president came on my dress.
So can you scroll down a little bit, TJ? Because we've covered some of the elements of the story. You know,
All right.
go up a little bit.
Up.
A little bit further. Okay, let's see right there. So, in late November, Lewinsky mentioned a trip that she intended to have the dress, which she had been saving as a souvenir, dry cleaned from a family event. Tripp, anxious to preserve the dress to nail the president, discouraged from doing so. I would tell my own daughter, Tripp told her, that she should save the dress for her, quote, ultimate protection. So basically, she's like, you need to keep this fucking
Keep
dress.
that nut.
Keep this fucking dress. So this is where we get to where we're at in the story now. In late July 1998, Lewinsky turned the dress over to Kenneth Starr as investigator after signing an immunity agreement. So she gets immunity. She's like, all right, I'll turn over the dress.
Wait a minute. Hold
Lucky
on.
she saved that
Hold
nut.
on. Don't skip this part. Because when fucking Lewinsky expressed skepticism about it ever coming to that, Tripp told her the dress made her look really fat and she shouldn't wear it again.
Damn.
Okay, well,
So basically, like, when she said, like, I'm going to go get this dress dry cleaned, it's like, no, you shouldn't do that.
you're going to look
'cause-
fat.
No, you shouldn't do that because you need it for your own protection. And Lewinsky's like, I don't think it's going to come to that. And she's like, no, you look fat in it. You shouldn't wear it.
Really
Trying
fat.
to save this dress, just like telling her anything. Like, this is an opportunistic, evil bitch.
Of
Fuck
course.
Linda Tripp, man.
Linda Tripp was, dude, look at
Is
her,
she
man.
still alive?
I think she's dead.
Good.
So a blood sample was taken from Clinton on August 3rd, and on August 17th, the FBI reported its conclusion that Clinton was the source of the semen on the dress to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty. Damn, Bill, she kept the dress.
She got you.
When news of the existence of the dress surfaced in published reports in
No,
early
she ain't
August,
dead. She's still alive.
politicians, maybe Paula Jones or that one of the other people is dead, and commentators alike agreed the blue dress proved Clinton lied when he denied sexual relationship with Lewinsky. I mean, of course.
No, he said he didn't have sex with her. He never said he didn't get blown by her.
I mean, it was basically like they had Clinton
He
with
said
this,
sexual relations.
It's not a sexual relation.
Blowjob is a sexual relation.
I don't believe it.
It's
I don't believe so,
act.
Paul. I don't believe so, Paul.
It's a sexual act.
so they got their fucking smoking
It's
gun.
a
on old Bill.
formal. It's like a handshake.
Why didn't he say he was just like beating off in the bathroom and she ran in and accidentally nutted on her?
All right, look, I jerked off on her dress.
It was an accident though.
Oops.
She happened to bust into the bathroom right as I was.
It's a
blowing
long.
the load.
It's a funny story. What happened?
Landed right on her.
So you pull up the next image of Bill, TJ. Old
yeah,
Bill.
Bill. This one.
Actually, go back. It's
Back.
Not that. It's not that one. Nope.
Eh.
It's not. Whatever.
I don't have it.
I don't know. I don't know where it went. So on August 6th, Lewinsky appeared before the grand jury to begin her testimony. And on August 17th, President Clinton testified, which is actually the first time that's ever happened in the history of our country. Contrary to his testimony in the Paula Jones sexual harassment case, Bill had to fess up. Bill Clinton acknowledged to prosecutors from the Office of the Independent Counsel they had an extramarital affair with Miss Lewinsky. In 4 hours of closed-door testimony conducted in the map room of the White House, Clinton spoke live via closed-circuit television to a grand jury in a nearby federal courthouse. He was the first sitting president to ever testify before a grand jury investigating his conduct. That evening, President Clinton also gave a 4-minute televised address to the nation where he basically said, hey, guys, I did it.
I lied to you.
I might have told a little fib.
Might have told you a little fib, y'all.
Sorry.
You want me to show that?
Yeah, we got a video of it. So this is Bill a few days later. You know, maybe not a few days, but
All right, listen.
Good evening.
a few months later.
Listen up,
This
y'all.
afternoon in this room, from this chair, I testified before the Office of Independent Counsel and the grand jury.
I gotta turn it up a little.
I answered their questions truthfully, including
I
questions
love how he treats
about
that
my
like a
private
novelty,
life,
dude.
questions no American citizen would ever want to answer. Still, I must take complete responsibility for all my actions, both public and private. And that is why I am speaking to you tonight. As you know, in a deposition in January, I was asked questions about my relationship with Monica Lewinsky. While my answers were legally accurate,
Legally accurate answers.
I like that they were legally accurate.
Legally accurate.
did not volunteer information. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Ms. Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. But I told the grand jury today, and I say to you now, that at no time did I ask anyone to lie, to hide or destroy evidence, or to take any other unlawful action. I know that my public comments and my silence about this matter gave a false impression. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that. I can only tell you I was motivated by many factors. First,
Horniness.
She was young. She was my type.
There was
I
my
was down
ball.
to fuck.
Listen, y'all, you wouldn't believe how blue my balls was. Okay,
Yep. Horniness, blue balls.
my balls was so blue.
I mean, look at Hillary. Just take a good look at Hillary.
My balls were so blue they were singing the blues.
Man, can you imagine what hell Bill's life was at this point in his career, like his home life, living like being around Hillary, who
Oh, God.
never forgave him for this. She's just like holding on to the grudge. I mean, he was like a whooped puppy at this point, for sure.
I
Oh,
desire
God,
to
dude, you ain't
protect
kidding.
myself from the embarrassment of my own conduct. I was also very concerned about protecting my family. The fact that these questions were being asked in a politically inspired lawsuit, which has since been dismissed, was a consideration too.
Yeah, by the way, he won the Paula Jones lawsuit.
In addition, I had real and serious concerns about an independent counsel investigation.
Yeah, no
It
shit.
began with private
They knew they were
business
going to nail your
dealings
ass on
20
it.
years
Because I
ago.
got that blowjob,
Dealings,
and I didn't
I
want
might
them
add,
to discover that I got that
about which an
blowjob.
independent
course.
federal agency found no evidence of any wrongdoing by me or my wife over 2 years ago. The independent counsel investigation moved on to my staff and friends. Then in
My staff.
So we can move on from here, TJ.
Why?
Because I have.
You don't like Bill?
I love Bill. TJ.
You don't want to hear Bill's fucking testimony?
This is his little
This
PR.
is speaking to the American people, Scotty.
I just love that several months later you got Bill Clinton on TV again going, I did it.
I did not have sex with that relation.
I regret it.
Sex with that
regret it.
relation? What the fuck? Is he a hillbilly? He kind of is.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's from Arkansas, dude. Come on.
That's true. He probably did have sex with a relation at one point.
So less than a month later, on September 9th, Kenneth Starr submitted his report and 18 box of supporting documents to the House of Representatives. So a lot of people remember this as a Starr report. It was a big media story at the time. They released the public 2 days later. So 2 days later, they give it to the House of Representatives. They, of course, vote 'cause they want all this out there. Like, ooh, look what Bill did. So let's see. So the Starr report outlined a case for impeaching Clinton on 11 grounds, including perjury, obstruction of justice, witness tampering, abuse of power, and also provided explicit details of the sexual relationship between the president and Ms. Lewinsky. All of this basically just boils down to this is a sex scandal. Bill denied it, thinking, how the fuck are they ever going to prove that I fucked this woman? Yeah, she worked in the White House, but I can deny I never did it.
I mean, you gotta feel for Bill here because he was far from the first president to get a blowjob because he was
Fuck
president.
no.
You know what I mean?
But she had the smoking gun because there's DNA evidence now.
She had the smoking cum.
Well, this, yeah, dude, I guess that's right. She had the fucking smoking cum on him. I mean, like, and Linda Tripp just engineered it. She's like, yeah, keep that fucking dress. Like she just said, they even said, oh, you're too fat. Don't wear that anymore. Don't wear that fucking dress. So on October 8th, the House authorized a wide-ranging impeachment inquiry, and on December 11th, the House Judiciary Committee approved 3 articles of impeachment. On December 19th, the House impeached Clinton.
It's over for you, buddy.
Man. So second president to be impeached.
Impeach the motherfucker, yeah.
On January 7th, 1999, in a congressional procedure not seen since the 1868 impeachment of the trial of President Andrew Johnson, the trial of President Bill Clinton got underway in the Senate. So basically, it goes on for about 5 weeks. 5 weeks later, on February 12th, the Senate voted on whether to remove Clinton from office. The president was acquitted on both articles of impeachment. The prosecutor needed a 2/3 majority to convict, but failed to achieve even a bare majority.
So they couldn't even get a simple majority, basically.
So on the first charge of perjury, 45 Democrats and 10 Republicans voted not guilty. On the charge of obstruction of justice, the Senate was split 50-50.
I mean, the reason that he didn't go down for this is because probably over half of that chamber was getting head from their fucking interns.
Like,
and
fuck,
shit.
I don't want to set this
They're like, I'm
precedent.
not, yeah, dude.
Wait a
fuck
minute.
this.
I don't need this.
Every fucking blowjob I've gotten,
Yeah,
during
they're all
a hard
thinking,
day.
like, God damn. I got to deal with all this stress of being a politician. I
What
can't
if-
even have a secretary blow me under my desk anymore. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
What if somebody saves some of my nut? You know what I mean? I'm
Innocent.
done.
Innocent.
I mean, just think about the clarity with which they moved. I mean, like, we're talking about, like, it starts, and then a year later, it's like, okay, here's the trial, here's everything going on. Like, with Trump, it was like, that's why a lot of people thought the Mueller report was going to be like the Starr report. Like, okay, the Starr report, it's like, the Mueller report's going to come out, Trump's going to be fucking impeached, he's going to be fucking eventually removed from office and then indicted.
I mean, we talked all kinds of shit on this show, like, yeah, the Mueller report's coming, bitch.
Of course.
It's coming. And it came, and it went, and
So-
nothing happened.
President Clinton said he was profoundly sorry for the burden his behavior had imposed on Congress and the American people. So how was public opinion during this time, TJ?
The public hated him.
Pub was
Hated
angry,
him.
right?
They
were
wanted
mad.
to lynch him.
Get him out of office.
Because, like the Democrats know now, with this, I mean, like, when you impeach a president, you just destroy their reputation.
Yeah, they're done, dude.
Completely and utterly.
And that happened to Bill, of course. Except it didn't.
Clinton's
at all.
impeachment barely dented his public support, and it turned off many Americans.
Because Americans like blowjobs.
Yeah, America's like, got a blowjob, huh?
I mean, it is pretty stupid. Like, what the central fact of this case is literally a blowjob.
Right.
And so it's hard to sell to the American public that any dude that gets a blowjob. I mean, yeah, it might not have been nice for him to do it while he was married and shit.
Might have been nice for him to
But that ain't between me and Hillary and him. You know what I mean?
I mean, so he lied
Yeah.
about the blowjob, but I mean, like,
And I mean, it's like, but it's
was
like,
was the blowjob a crime? Because
What
last I
person-
checked, it ain't.
Yeah, but what dude wouldn't lie about that? If like they were getting blown in their office, like they're not just gonna be like, "Well, I done it." I mean, maybe some people would, but most people are just gonna keep on fucking lying. Scroll down a little bit, TJ. Third paragraph. Okay.
I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down the cherry tree,
I don't think so.
and I
dude.
got a blowjob from a girl named Cherry.
Yeah, there's a chart here, TJ.
The chart. All right. So this
So-
is his support. This is the approval and disapproval.
So this is Clinton's approval rating remained high throughout his impeachment process. So,
So,
it starts.
Here he is. Clinton denies sexual relationship in sworn deposition. So there's a little bump after that.
It
And then
actually
people kind of like,
jumps.
yeah, people are like, I believe him. And then it's like, yeah, I don't know if I believe him.
So-
it kind of slips back down.
January 1998, he's at 61% approval, 30% disapproval. He jumps after that to 71%, and disapproval goes down to 26.
I just want to point that at no point during this process was his approval rating as low as Trump's is.
Yeah.
Like, Trump likes to brag when he has 50% approval, which he only has in like a few polls.
I mean, that's the lowest that Clinton's went is 56.
Yeah,
Yeah.
56%.
Right after the big bombshell fucking report is released with all the juicy details and
Yep.
shit.
And then pretty soon after that, people are like, I don't really give a shit. 71% again, right back to where he was.
I mean, yeah, and if you look at the end of it, in it looks like April or maybe May of '99, he's over where he was before it even started.
I mean, like, if you just looked at this, if you didn't know this was the polling at the time of the impeachment trial, would you even think something was going on
No.
out of
No,
sorts?
Not really.
Or would you just be like, it looks pretty fucking standard for a goddamn president. It doesn't look like anybody that, like, the people who hated him kept on hating him. The people that liked him kept on liking him. Nothing really fucking, it seems to have changed here. In fact, at the beginning of the scandal, he's sitting at 58%. At the end of it, he's sitting at 62%.
Yeah, he's 4 points higher.
He's 4 points up. Like, I mean, like, this is why I think this Trump impeachment shit is such a dumb idea. This idea that it's going to be like this black eye for Trump. Clearly it isn't. It's not going to move the needle at all. It didn't before. Why should it now?
I have no idea, dude. But like I always say, those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it.
Wait until Putin produces his jacket with Trump's nut all over
Oh
it.
shit, dude.
Then it's over.
Well, then clearly, we got the Putin jacket.
Once you got the Trump nut jacket,
That's actually-
there's that other picture you wanted,
Yeah.
Scotty.
There was a bill during his grand jury testimony.
Yeah. Cool. Here's this is from the trial, I
This
guess.
is this is Bill being acquitted.
This is the moment when they're like,
Bill, you're good.
So here's a BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, I pulled this because I like some of the images it had.
This picture show how completely messy the Clinton. Oh, we know it was messy.
Yeah, it was
We
definitely
know
messy.
it was messy. BuzzFeed.
Of course, all the tabloid bullshit.
Oh, I love the tabloids.
We had sex on crutches,
We
dude.
had sex on crutches.
Sick.
Limp Bill's stiff knee, dude. Ooh, spicy. Clinton sweats it out. Humiliated. Billy liar. Secrets exposed. Debasing our democracy. Debasing our fucking democracy.
They've only gone down.
Clinton, sex, lies, and something. Now?
I like Clinton robust but evasive.
Clinton, robust but evasive.
Yeah, I guess he was robust, wasn't he?
Dude, Clinton got Me Too'd pretty
Yeah, he was like the fucking Me Too prototype.
And I got to be honest to you, like, Hillary at this point, not at her worst looking either.
No.
She's still kind of young Hill at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at least in this blurry-ass photo, she looks like she's still, but she's evil, though.
I mean, clearly.
That makes her hotter to me.
I mean,
Whoa,
I don't
Paul.
know. I feel like she would
Paul,
have...
you got a Hillary fetish? Dude?
You know this about me.
I mean, well, young Hillary. What about, is Hillary a gilf to you?
That'd be an icy blowjob.
Maybe just to say I did it, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Who the fuck is this?
It'll tell us if we scroll down. That is White House.
Oh, that was the press secretary at the time?
Yeah, I don't remember him.
I don't either.
There's Matt Drudge. He's like, yeah.
I done it. And that's that dude that ran for president, right? Bob Barr.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. He was a creep.
Oh, definitely.
Impeach the felon. Impeach Clinton for the pervert.
He's the pervert.
For the pervert.
It looks like there's some kind of other words
Feminist
he's covering up.
Soccer mom for impeachment. You would not see her holding that sign today.
Fire the liar. Treason's the reason.
Yeah, it's treason to get a blowjob.
I don't think that he committed treason with his blowjob. Let's see.
Look at all the paperwork on the blowjob.
Yeah, this is the Star
This has
Report.
got to be the most documented blowjob that ever happened.
You know, I have it on good authority that a lot of those pages are stuck together too. So,
Ken
Starr being a dude. He's still alive. He's still commenting on shit. He looks the same too.
Yeah,
he's one of those Dick Cheney motherfuckers.
He's an immortal
that just,
vampire, dude. Yeah.
He feeds upon the blood of the innocent. Some reporters. Everyone's taking a photo over here. This one guy's like, fuck that. Over here's the way.
Yeah, they got like 2 or 3 dudes over there.
Let's see. Someone, they're trying to, I don't know what's
Damn,
going on there.
I don't know.
They're rubbing their faces.
There's a bunch of...
Here's a bunch of fucking...
Here's the plebs.
Here's what the plebs were doing and wearing at the time.
I'm sitting at an Applebee's watching the treason on TV.
Yeah, Bill got a blowjob. It's happy hour.
I love this guy's. The dude in the red shirt has the best fucking face.
He's like,
He's like, oh, blowjob.
pretty much.
One day maybe I'll get me a blowjob.
You know what? Is that the American dream for a lot of dudes? Like, they become president, then they get their dick sucked in the White House? Come on.
Here's what random black dude
Hey,
thought
Boy
of it.
Scout.
He's got, dude, put on the Boy Scout. Put on the Boy Scout. Don't watch this impeachment shit. Watch the Boy Scout.
U.S. Here's a sorts letters addressed to members of Congress. Okay.
Lots of letters about the blowjob, I'd imagine.
The
Here's
blowjob
Bill
letters.
going like, you know what? I've done it.
Here's Bill with his support network. It's okay, Bill.
Bill,
It's okay.
It's okay you got that blowjob, Bill.
Good job on that job.
I love that Bill Clinton's basically being applauded for getting a blowjob at that point.
We love Bill. Stop the coup.
So I really pulled it for this. I love this. It was like, just to see it flipped over, you know, like, 'cause right now we're seeing this side going like, no, evil, bad.
Dude, this would have been the fucking protest to attend if you were looking for some sloppy toppy, dude. Because
Yeah,
you know
dude.
it's just, like, look at it. It's mostly women, and you know they're down with blowies. So
They're
you
like-
got to have a way better fucking chance.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Clintons lose. Americans win. So do you want to be on the side of Farmer John, or do you want to be on the side of the blowjob twins?
Blowjob twins, dude. Come on.
I mean, none of these women look particularly attractive.
I don't know.
But
It's a big
what about
crowd,
that one on
dude.
the right with the dark hair?
It's a big crowd, TJ.
oh, yeah, I see what you're talking
She's
about.
looking pretty good.
Yeah, she don't look too bad. I think that's actually just Monica Lewinsky in disguise,
Kind of
dude.
looks
Whoa.
like her.
Impeach.
Scroll down a little
And
bit
there's
more.
Hillary there.
So he,
Was
this is-
Jack Nicholson there?
Yeah, this is
what's going on.
Now listen, I got a lot of blowjobs. What side was Jack Nicholson?
He was on. He was supporting
Actor
Bill.
Jack Nicholson speaks at an anti-impeachment rally in Los Angeles.
He was
like,
stopping for Bill. He's like, "Look, man."
Of course he's on the side of the dude getting a blowjob.
I mean, come on, it's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, I mean, like,
the man basically lived
Jack
naked.
Nicholson's not like, blowjobs are wrong.
By this time in his life, he basically is a blowjob.
Yeah, I mean, that's like,
you know what I mean? He's just like a walking blowjob.
He's not even an actor at this point. He's just like a system that exists to receive blowjobs.
Yep.
All right, keep going. Because I want to get to the one I really want to show you. Keep going.
Big Brother's watching you. Stop the lynching. It's not a lynching, all right? Impeach
going.
the liar. Dude, this guy is fucking classic, man.
Yeah, this is the one I wanted.
Witch hunt must end.
I just loved it, dude. I was like, this is the perfect thing. Because Trump uses this fucking kind of goddamn line.
Democracy versus right-wing coup. Man, I'm starting to think that fucking Trump really is the right-wing Clinton, dude.
It's kind of sad, but kind of true.
I mean, because like it's like this. I mean, when we're just seeing, I'm seeing so many parallels here. That witch hunt line, it's a coup, it's a coup. Like all the fucking same lines, just coming out of the opposite
Don't
side.
you just love how little the world changes, dude?
Oh yeah, I love it so
and
much.
here's a ticket to the impeachment trial.
Ooh, a tough man. I love it.
Sick.
So here's people waiting to get in line for the
There's
impeachment.
demand to get in the impeachment trial.
They're like, we want to be here.
I want to see Clinton get impeached.
I want to
sniff the dress.
Dude, there's so many dudes wearing plaid. That was just the thing, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's
Dude,
the
there's
90s.
there's like a carbon copy. There's dudes are pretty much wearing the same type of plaid, and they're like in the same image.
Yeah,
One's
they're
a little
doing
bit
the
older.
same. Yeah,
look forward in the line. There's a lot of plaid
I
up
know.
there.
There's just plaid after
damn.
plaid. You think? I mean, like, if I was gonna go something fancy like an impeachment, I want to dress up a little.
Nah,
not just wear plaid.
Not an impeachment about a blowjob.
That's true. You should dress as like a blowjob, dude. You should just dress as a giant dick. Rig up like a system where you could squirt out of your head and stuff. Senators signing oath. Here's some people basically.
What are they doing?
They're
I've
working
never
out,
seen
and I
anything
guess
like
there's
this.
like TVs they're looking at.
Oh, what's working out?
I don't know.
Oh,
I never heard of it. I just read the description down there. You know,
there's 3 investigators carrying vials of Bill's jizz. To the...
Okay, and this guy looks like he's about to go and fuck that box.
Oh, dude, he's totally going to fuck that.
These guys all have weird expressions on their faces for what they're doing. What is
People
this? This is
crying
a woman
about the
traumatized by the
That's
blowjob?
Monica Lewinsky
Oh,
right
okay,
there.
there you go. Swarmed by reporters.
Haunted by that blowjob.
The blowjob ruined my life.
The blowjob heard round the world, dude.
There's a bunch of people sitting in the airport or someplace doing it. Oh, I guess it's the press
That's the
gallery.
Senate.
Oh, damn. Pre-cell phones.
Everybody's
or
writing
smartphones,
shit.
rather.
Yeah, people would be on their smartphones now. There's Budweiser sponsoring the impeachment.
Not guilty.
There's Clint Eastwood's True Crime, which is not that great of a movie.
Budweiser loves a blowjob. You have to know that.
Here's the acquitted stuff. Clinton acquitted. Drugs and sports.
Yep.
Okay.
The day we decided getting a blowjob is okay.
Clinton on his way to make a statement on the conclusion of the trial, so he's like going like, I won.
Time to wrap up this
Yep.
sloppy blowjob.
These pictures are all lies because only Donald Trump has been attacked and had an impeachment inquiry against him and had the only witch hunt against the president, blah, 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 blah. So this is some sarcasm going on in the comments of the BuzzFeed article. What's going on here? Are we on to the next topic?
Oh, yeah, dude. This is worst ways to die, TJ.
Is this
what
kid
do you-
going to die?
Looks like he's starving.
Is he
So,
starving to
TJ,
death?
death lurks around every corner,
Cool.
patiently waiting for the day in which your time will expire. Will you go gently into that good night? Or will you say to death, TJ, not today?
Not today.
Perhaps when death reveals itself, you can stay its hand with a game of chess. The stakes, TJ? That sorry excuse you called for a life. But it's not all bad news. Not all bad news, TJ.
Awesome.
You'll probably go out taking a shit
Cool. I like taking shits.
or slipping in the shower.
That sounds less fun.
Your death, much like your life, will likely be unremarkable.
Cool.
But for a select few, TJ, that will simply not do. These folks are only interested in the worst ways to die.
Worst ways to die, worst ways to die, doodle-dee-dee-doo. It's the worst fucking ways that you can go to your grave.
Worst ways to die! Hell yeah.
Welcome to the first edition of Worst Ways to Die.
Whoa, this is an ongoing series.
Oh, dude, there's so many worse ways to die.
Wow.
I mean, look, I'm not saying like this. There's a definitive one, but a lot of these ways are pretty fucking terrible.
Well, this first one is unlikely to befall us unless the most dire climate change predictions come true in our lifetimes, I guess.
This is starve to death, and I know. In a country filled with fat fucks, this is one most people ain't sweating.
This is how Paul's gonna die.
Starvation.
He's gonna starve to
Why?
death. I don't know. It's funny because you're fat.
So as you guys might be aware, this is a pretty agonizingly slow death. like when people get stuck in the wild or something, they worry like, oh, I'm gonna starve to death. Like, no.
Would I survive longer because I'm fat? Like my body would have more stores to live off of?
Maybe.
Could I just hibernate like a bear?
That perhaps that is true, but most estimates that I saw range from about 46 days without food, as long as you had water or something else to sustain you, as far as you need,
right,
dehydration.
So it's a really slow death.
46 to about 76 days.
It's crazy the amount of time you can survive without food.
So
as long as you got water.
Starvation is defined as a severe deficiency in caloric energy intake needed to maintain the human life. So basically, when you get enough calories, you start whittling away. In its most extreme form is malnutrition. In humans, prolonged starvation can cause permanent organ damage and eventually death. The basic cause of starvation is an imbalance between energy intake and energy expenditure. The term inanition refers to the symptoms and effects of starvation. Starvation can be caused by factors other than illness outside of control of the individual. Sometimes you can be so malnourished that you can die from starvation, essentially. Like, even if you're eating some type of food.
It's just like there's not enough nutrients in it.
Yeah, there's not enough nutrients.
Like if you try to live on like popcorn or something.
Tree bark.
Well, we saw that with that kid, I think it was the UK, that only ate like chicken nuggets or something.
Right, and then he died.
Yeah, and he died and went blind and all kinds of horrible shit happened to him.
I like it.
So malnutrition can kind of do that to you. So it's kind of almost a form of starvation. So by its very definition, starvation is a process. Our bodies are not like vehicles which promptly shut down when they're out of gasoline. When we experience prolonged low energy intake, and as long as water is available, our bodies enter into a series of metabolic modes. It is the body's way of recognizing that food is scarce and that it needs to reallocate resources in preparation for what might be an extended period of time. So basically, there is some function. It's like you're going hungry, and this is basically your survival kicking in. This is your survival mechanism. So
right. It's like, okay, we need to fucking slow you down so that maybe you can survive long enough to get food.
Exactly. So starvation results from inadequate intake of nutrients or the inability to metabolize or absorb nutrients. It may have several causes such as disease, anorexia, deprivation, prolonged fasting.
So people have actually starved themselves to death?
Yes.
Of course.
Well, hunger strikes are one example.
Right.
People that believe they don't need to eat food any longer, like I can absorb energy through sunlight.
What?
Yeah, there's people that believe that.
Oh.
Yes, they've died.
So wait, let me ask you this. So wait, they believe they could absorb their energy through the sunlight, and they're like, I don't need to eat. Was it not a clue when their bodies started like wasting away that maybe that was wrong?
I don't know.
Just weren't getting enough sun.
Yeah, get more sunlight. Despite the cause, starvation takes the same course, consists of 3 phases. The events of the first 2 phases happen even during fairly short periods of diet and fasting. The third phase only happens in prolonged starvation and may end in the person's death.
So the 3 phases of starvation.
So the first phase of starvation, TJ.
Phase 1.
During the first stage of starvation, blood glucose levels are maintained through the production of glucose from proteins, glycogen, and fats.
Gotcha.
At first, glycogen is broken down into glucose. Only enough glycogen, however, is stored in the person's liver to last a few hours. After that period of time, blood glucose levels are maintained by the breakdown of fats and proteins. So basically, if you haven't eaten in a while, your body starts going. Well,
starts eating itself.
Yeah, I need an energy source.
So I could lose weight just by doing this.
Well, intermittent fasting is a recognized form of weight loss.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
No.
So basically, TJ, your body does not have enough of the essential amino acids and fats it needs to make it, basically, to keep you functioning well. So the second phase of starvation, which might last for several weeks, fats are the main energy source.
Right.
So a person's liver metabolizes fatty acids into ketone bodies, which can be used as a source of energy. After approximately a week of fasting, a person's brain starts to use ketone bodies as well as glucose for sources of energy. Proteins not essential for the survival are used first. Now, This is the bad phase, TJ.
So this is the phase where it really starts to get fucked.
So this is phase number 3 of starvation. The third phase of starvation starts when a person's fat reserves are depleted, and there's a switch to proteins as the major source of a person's energies. So what's
Right.
what's
So
the
that's
muscles?
Yeah, so I mean, like, at first it's like eating the fat on your body. Like, okay, we can use fat for energy. But when it runs out of fat, it's like, fuck, we got no choice.
And
We
you got
got to
a lot
start
of-
using muscle.
And you got a lot of fat TJ, so you might be in the longer range of survival.
That's
But
what I was
eventually-
saying. Like, if there was like a fucking like 600-pound man with tons of fat and you just starved him, like, would he live longer because he has so much fat to feed off of?
Well, TJ, but the problem with you especially, TJ, is you're becoming muscular.
Right.
If you become too muscular, you're cutting down your time you can survive without food.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was trying not to lose any fat. I was just trying to build some muscle.
I don't know. If you gain muscle, you're going to lose some fat, TJ, just a little bit.
That's a common myth.
So, of course, muscles, the largest source of protein in the body, are quickly depleted. In the end of this phase, proteins, essential for cellular functions, are broken down and cell function degenerates. Along with weight loss, there's the symptoms of starvation.
All right.
Apathy.
I already have that one.
Yeah. Withdrawal.
I got that one.
Listlessness.
Yep.
Increased susceptibility to disease.
Maybe.
Here's the interesting thing. Few people directly die from starvation because they usually die from an infectious disease first.
So basically, they're so weakened that a disease just comes along and wipes them out. So they don't usually die of actually, like, you know, the starvation itself.
Just your body is
it's
so
just
weak.
how weak that it's been made that you just something else comes along and that you normally would have been able to just fight off.
You get diarrhea or something and you're dead.
I'm dead now.
So additional signs may include flaky skin, changes in hair color, and massive edema in the lower limbs and abdomen, causing the person's abdomen to seem bloated. So it's kind of a weird thing. Is that you can go to the next images, TJ?
Yeah.
So here's an actual kid doing that, starving to death. And the next image, I believe, yes.
A distended belly.
So it's really weird because people believe when they see this, oh, they have a full belly. It's actually the sign of starvation because during the process of starvation, the ability of the human body to consume volumes of food and liquid decrease. So basically, if you want to reverse starvation, you need foods low in protein, get high in bulk, and that might reverse the process, but generally, no. Even if you, like a kid at this stage, even if I started feeding him today, or at that time where this was taken,
the damage has been done.
The damage has usually been done, and you're going to probably die.
Uplifting episode.
So starvation.
Paul loves this episode.
So starvation and death. Starvation wreaks havoc on the person's immune system, largely on account of the extreme deficiency of minerals and vitamins.
Here's a happy picture for you guys.
And we're going to talk about this picture in a second, but you can leave it up. Some people with will become weak and perish of immune-related diseases during starvation. Eventually, the person's body will run out of options. Fats, glucose, muscle mass, and tissues are finite resources that will eventually be spent, and the person will die. The end stage of starvation usually brings with it one of two different diseases. Oh my God, this fucking word. Kwashiorkor?
Kwashiorkor?
Yeah. And
Kwashiorkor disease.
And marasmus.
All right.
Marasmus happens due to extreme energy deficiency, often from inadequate amounts of calories and protein. So basically, when you're about to kick the bucket, when the person's death finally arrives from starvation, its most immediate cause is by cardiac arrhythmia or heart attack brought on by either extreme tissue degradation.
Basically, your body starts eating the heart itself.
Or a severe electrolyte imbalance.
Right.
People can die from starvation as little as 3 weeks or as long as 70 days.
So that's a big fucking window there.
This here's by Kevin Carter. This is actually a famous photo with a dark ending to it. I mean, not only the kid, the kid is believed to actually survive this for at least a few more years. I think he died at 13 or 14, or they lost track of him. But you scroll down, there's actually...
So that vulture was disappointed, dude.
This is actually a Pulitzer Prize winning image.
Right, but the dude who took it actually killed himself.
Yeah, Kevin Carter. So in July 1994, he took his own life, writing, "I am haunted by the vivid memories of killings and corpses and anger and pain."
So what he saw in this country fucked him up so bad that
and this
that
image,
he ended up offing himself.
Yes.
Damn. And plus he actually received a lot of criticism for this image, like you should have helped the child or whatever the fuck, and he's like, there's nothing you could fucking do. You don't understand what it's like there.
Yeah, they act like it's more
It's easy for you to fucking say, bitch.
From far away, like, just save the kid. Just give him a fucking ham sandwich. He'll be all right.
Yeah. I'm not Superman, motherfucker.
Well, I know you got depressed, Paul.
But this will cheer Paul up, because this is
Paul
Paul's death, dude.
Yeah, this is the one I want.
Fall into a volcano.
Yes. Yes.
I know you guys are probably thinking.
No, you don't.
I think I do, TJ. When it comes to this, I think I do.
Okay.
You fall into a volcano. You hit the lava, and you're basically disintegrating to nothing.
Yeah.
That's a volcano death, right?
Yeah, of course.
Paul, I got some bad news for you, man.
Oh,
That
shit.
could happen. Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible. Maybe you fell into this volcano right here. Maybe you would fall right into that lava, and that'd be it. Because of the relative density of lava, you'll be delighted to know that if you were to fall into a volcano, you'll probably not be swallowed like a rock plopping into the water.
Right.
Instead, you'll land on top of the lava and then basically burst into flames.
Then explain the fucking ending to Terminator 2 then. He sinks right into the lava.
Well, that's already heated. And it's
Well,
right
that's
there.
molten
Yeah.
steel. That's not
It's
lava.
it's molten. This is the molten shit.
Yeah.
It's the same molten shit.
But the thing people don't understand about lava is it's not a liquid. Lava is a solid.
It's just a super hot solid.
Right, and it's just so. I mean, like basically, it's like think of it like the same way you would like I don't know, like a bunch of rocks just tumbling down,
really
or something.
heated up, thick.
But they're just super hot and
Yeah.
they're kind of like melding together.
So, Paul, if that's not bad enough for you, you'll be glad to know that another scientist tested this theory by throwing a 66-pound bag of food into a volcano to discover that sometimes the crust can be penetrated by bags of organic matter.
Well, if a 66-pound bag of food did it, I'm pretty sure Paul could break
So
through.
there's a good chance that Paul could break through.
I would go straight to the core of this fucking volcano.
So in case you didn't know, if you guys are curious.
What if Paul doesn't die, but is like transformed into a fucking super entity, like
Maybe a
volcanoes or something?
Yeah, like a demigod or something?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's my plan.
So guys, in case you guys didn't know, I'm sure you guys probably do. I mean, even TJ might know this. Magma is molten
Wow,
hot.
even me, huh? Cool.
Even you, TJ. Is molten hot rock beneath the Earth's surface.
Isn't this how Abraham Lincoln died?
Yes. So lava is magma that comes above the surface, usually through a volcanic eruption.
Right.
If you fall into a volcano, it's magma that's your problem.
Right. But it's the same shit.
So okay,
Just because
here's that.
I mean, like that's like saying like, well, when I leave this room, my name is Ed, but when I'm in this room, my name is Joe.
All right, TJ. You know what?
That's just stupid.
You're fucking semantic bullshit, TJ.
It's just lava.
Listen to
Fuck
the
magma.
fucking-
That's not a thing.
Magma, TJ.
It's
magma.
lava all the time.
It's magma, dude.
Wherever the change in location don't make it something
So
different.
I know what you think of lava, TJ. You think it's probably a lava flow, right? Or you could fall into a lava lake.
Uh-huh.
That's possible.
Okay.
Which is lava that pools an event, crater, or depression on a certain types of volcanoes. So it is possible to have that big lava pool.
Cool.
So that could happen. So if Paul jumps into one of those, maybe he's right.
I mean, he would burn pretty quick.
Break through.
But magma
Plus, I'm jumping out of a plane. I'm gonna
and
hit
lava,
that shit hard.
Paul, are molten rock. They don't behave exactly like other liquids. First, they're very dense, which is 2 to 3 times as dense as water and the human body. Because of that density difference, a body thrown into a volcano, whether it belongs to, say, Gollum or Paul here, is going to float. What's more, both magma and lava can be thousands to million times more viscous than water and won't deform as much or as fast as when you hit and allow you to sink. So it's going to be very unlikely, Paul, that you're going to sink. Maybe you break through, maybe you get lucky, but if not, you're going to basically be floating in lava.
Oh, I'm breaking on through.
Break on through to the other side, huh?
Yep, I'm breaking through this shit. There's no way I'm just gonna land on the lava like a dunce. I'm going in, man. I'm gonna make my body aerodynamic.
So that could happen,
diving.
Paul, but if you don't sink, Paul, then burning to death isn't the other option that's going to kill you.
Cool. What else could kill him?
So this is what else can kill you. You might burst into flames and burn when you hit the magma surface,
I
depending on
hope
the type
so.
of lava's temperature, which ranges from 1200 to 2200 degrees. You also might burn before you hit the lava magma due to the radiant heat, or you could asphyxiate or char your lungs due to the hot air and gases above the surface of the lake.
Sounds about right.
It all sounds cool.
That's all possible ways to die from lava. There's a bunch of different ways lava can kill you. You could a recent example is New Zealand. They had that volcanic eruption. People actually were aware of it, but a lot of people actually inhaled the gases and stuff that comes from the eruption and were killed by that. So I mean, there's a lot of ways. So you don't have to necessarily be even killed by the volcano. Obviously, the Mount St. Helens eruption, people were killed
They
by
just
the
had
ash.
weak constitution. They couldn't handle their shit, dude.
There's a lot of ways for
I could take a
volcanoes.
big old rip of a volcano, dude. I'll stand right on the rim and just.
All right, Paul.
Ah, that's right.
I gotta do that before you jump in.
You ain't never been as high as you'd be if you take a big old fucking volcano rip.
I don't deny that. If I took a volcano rip, I'd be dead. So
Can you take me high?
enough levity for Paul, TJ.
Yeah, fuck that.
How about being crushed?
I want
to
Paul
death?
to be traumatized again.
How about being crushed? Oh,
That's
we
that's
got-
Paul's death there.
Ooh, look at that.
More
Paul.
lava.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about.
Pressing Giles Corey to death Look at that. Nice board on top of him, putting boulders on. Bunch of lovable little scamps. He's doing well.
They're killing that man.
So this is crushed to death, Paul.
Do you like it, Paul?
You like it?
I mean, it looks like it would, at least for a little while, feel like a nice warm hug or something, so.
Maybe the first couple boulders wouldn't be too bad.
Is this guy attending my crushing? The one pointing there?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Look at here. What are you doing? Oh, look, they're crushing someone over here.
Well, he's telling him where to put the boulders. He's like the supervisor.
Yeah, he's supervising.
Put another boulder on him.
I don't know why this really requires supervision. It seems pretty, pretty cut and dry.
So a typical crushing-related death is basically the force pressing on the body just enough to deform the parts of the body that is being applied to, or massively. It could just be you're crushed.
Squashed. Giant boulder falls
Squashed
on
like
your
a
head.
fucking Goomba or something. Yeah,
That wouldn't be a terrible way to go, though. If you're squashed that quick, you're not going to feel much.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be aware.
It's like what happens to you when you hit the ground after falling from a great height. You're basically just
Bump dead.
crushed.
Something with your head, yeah, but it's something like where you got stuck or something, that could still be pretty agonizing.
I mean, this would be horrible. Like, slowly but surely having weight added until you just...
And actually, the reason why these people wouldn't just, you might be wondering, like, why don't they just confess? Because usually they press people to get them to confess, like, or plead. If they wouldn't plead, let's say, you're a witch or whatever, they would press them. They'd put boards on them, and then they would obviously pile boulders and rocks on the person, or put them directly on them. But usually like this, because it was actually more effective to put more weight on you. But they would, if you didn't plead, though, then your kids got to inherit your property. If you did plead, then the state got it. So obviously there was incentive to press these people down and make them say something.
I'm sorry, but my family's getting jack shit. I'm confessing.
Yeah, Paul's like, I'm a witch!
Yeah.
They put the door on top of him. And he's just like, yep, I'm a witch.
Yeah, I'm a total
Witch.
fucking witch, bro.
Witch, I did it.
The fucked up thing is, Paul, that might not even save you. They might
They're
just be
still
like,
going to kill your ass. You
like,
know that, right?
He is bewitched. He must be tortured properly to confess.
So now I get burned at the stake.
Yeah.
And also another horrible way to die, but didn't make the list this time. There's a number of ways it can kill you. When the weight is enough to prevent inhaling, the cause of death will be suffocation.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Suffocate you.
Yeah. When the
You're-
weight is
you
enough,
lose
Because you do get a little bit of lightheaded, like, whoa.
Yeah, and then you lose consciousness.
You might have a
before
little. You might have a little fucking trip before you die.
your little DMT trip. Where the weight is enough
Yeah,
to break.
the brain releases the
Yeah.
DMT. You go to another dimension for a while, chill with some aliens.
Where the weight is enough to break bones, the ribs will probably pierce the lungs and induce death by drowning.
Oh.
Otherwise, the cause of death will be due to the body experiencing trauma and being unable to send resources to the brain, or the head itself being crushed.
Damn. Oops.
To get to the point where you crush someone with such force that it comes out, you would need to be a very atypical situation, like a building falling over, or a large boulder, or just some huge, like a giant crane just crushing you completely. Something that just weighs so many thousands of pounds that your body is just crumpled into nothing. Obviously, even when that happens, usually you're not going to achieve total flatness with that person. There's just going to be deformed, and parts of their body will just break down.
You add enough weight, you get total flatness.
Well, yeah, you could. Eventually, you could. So, what about elephant crushing, dude?
Elephant crushing.
What's a nice little image here?
You dead now, bitch.
You
She's
fucking
stepped
dead.
on. Get
Squash
stepped
you
on.
like a goddamn bug.
So in South and Southeast Asia, elephants were trained to crush, dismember, and torture prisoners, especially mutinous soldiers, in public arenas. Because elephants are such intelligent animals, they were able to take directions as well. So the elephant
I
could
don't feel so bad for that motherfucker they electrocuted now.
Yeah, so this guy is like, you know what? Rip his arm off now.
It's just revenge. No, Edison was right, man. Kill these fucking things.
And by the way, TJ, an Asian elephant could kill a victim immediately if that was the desired outcome. So they just want you dead. They could be like, crush his head. But he or she could also draw it out if they were feeling particularly vindictive. Often, it would take hours for a victim to die.
Elephants are some cold motherfuckers.
So these
man.
elephants and the guy on him, I mean, they were fucking under instructions, dude. They were taking orders. So they wanted to like break his leg, break his arm. They could do everything until it's like, all right, finally crush his head, if they so desired.
Dude, is that chick down at the bottom? Is she drinking the blood?
Maybe.
She might be the widow, dude.
She looks like she's got blood coming out of her hands, and she's...
Blood. Maybe it's supposed to be on the background behind her.
Is it a vampire?
Oh, damn, dude. Historical proof that vampires exist. So leaders were so fond of using an elephant to kill enemies, not just for physical reasons, but also for psychological ones. Death by an elephant signified both absolute power over man, as well as man's control of nature. A combination of the two was thought to be the most complete type of power, and it validated the ruler's position.
Damn. That's pretty brutal.
It existed for quite a while. When the practice was suppressed and eventually eradicated during the 18th and 19th century with European colonization. I mean, come on, guys. I guess we did the one positive thing during that time.
It's like, hey, guys, we're not so sure about this whole elephant crushing people thing y'all are doing.
Can we chill
here.
out on the elephant crushing?
Can we maybe just, like, maybe do the torture in private, you know?
But
you don't want to...
Let me read the last part. It popularized quieter forms of torture and sneakier types of suppression. Many travelogues recounting public executions by elephants still exist.
Damn.
So it's saying, like, the practice is outlawed, but people claimed it was still going on.
Got it.
Cool, I like it.
So you guys might think, man, that sounds crazy, but that shit happened a while ago.
Ancient times.
That ain't going to happen.
I ain't going to get crushed by no elephant.
except, let's watch this video here.
Graphic video shows moment man crushed by elevator at Manhattan Promenade.
No, Paul, you're not going to see anything gruesome.
Nope.
Yep, you're not going to see anything gruesome.
Nope. Not going to watch it. Not going to watch it.
So look, elevator
not
door.
Not going to watch it. Not going to watch it. Not going to watch it.
Elevator door opens. Oh, no. Okay, he's crushed.
Damn.
So if Paul's not going to watch, let's describe it to people just listening. So TJ, go back.
All right, so I'm trying to watch this.
All right.
I don't really understand what happened. Okay.
So let's do it slow.
So this chick's walking by.
Everyone's walking by. They're in the lobby of a building. The elevator door opens.
The elevator door opens.
Now what's going to happen next is this first guy's going to step out. So this is Lucky Guy.
So the lucky guy steps out of the elevator, but the elevator for some reason starts plummeting down.
Yep, starts plummeting down. His friend.
One dude is halfway between.
Yep, and you see right there, look.
This is like my greatest fear, dude.
And he's caught in between, and he's halfway out, and he is then crushed to death by the malfunctioning elevator.
Damn.
Do not want.
And then that one dude is just like, what the fuck? Is that the dude that got out?
Yes.
Yeah, the dude gets out. It's just like, oh my God, no.
I
And
mean,
he sees him get crushed.
I mean, look at him. He basically realizes he was like 1 second away from being dead. He was 1 second away from being dead. So this guy right here on the right.
That's a lucky dude.
The backpack on is just, I don't know. Better think his fucking lucky stars.
You were damn near dead.
If he's a
so
cat,
what happened with the elevator? Why did it go down?
We can go back to the article. I'm not sure if it actually tells us, but we can. It's actually a New York luxury high rise too. It's not some like.
Yeah, this is like a fucking class. Yeah, I'm never getting on an elevator again. Fuck that.
So one of every New Yorker's worst nightmares played out Thursday morning when Kips Bay man was crushed to death by an elevator in his luxury high rise as his horrified neighbors looked on. Authorities said.
Sam Weisbrun, 30, clawed desperately to escape the packed lift as it plunged from the lobby into the darkness of the shaft below, but he was crushed between elevator car and shaft wall, according to officials.
Ugh.
The guy literally was trying to climb out onto the floor while the elevator was still moving down, said a building worker who witnessed the death and asked not to be identified. It's awful. The horrific scene, which played out at the 23-story... I'm taking stairs from now on, man. Stairs for me.
Stairs are actually more deadly.
Damn it.
Just so you know.
Yeah, you could fall down the
stairs. Dude, don't worry, TJ.
I'll tell you what. Whenever I get off an elevator, I'm just jumping out.
TJ,
there'll be no fucking casual Sandra be like, jump.
Part 2, TJ. Maybe we'll cover stairs just so you know how dangerous stairs are.
I'm just staying on the first floor of everything. Fuck this. What happened? Why did it do this? Tell me what the fuck happened to the elevator. While the city's Department of Buildings, on scene investigating the incident late into Thursday, said the killer elevator had not been the subject of any formal complaints over the past decade, the building's other lift was shut down over safety issues months ago. Door zone restrictor had been tampered with, reads a public report on the violation formally inspected on May 29th. This is a safety device to ensure... Oh, my God. Someone realized there was a problem and covered it up, and this fucking dude got crushed to death.
Damn.
Yep. They didn't want to pay.
I hope the fuck that motherfucker got fucking some comeuppance for that shit.
Despite the billions of rides people take on elevators in the U.S. every year, though, only about 25 people will be killed by an elevator each year.
Ugh.
This guy was one of the fucking 25, though. As you see, it's just kind of like a freak accident.
And he's happy about it, though. At least he's like, thumbs up. I was killed by an elevator.
He's kind of doing the Trump thing, like with the taco salad.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
I'm going to be crushed to death. Woo!
I mean, I was obviously doing pretty well. He was living in a luxury high-rise in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So...
Damn.
Crush the rich, dude.
Crush the rich.
Come on, baby. Crush the rich.
That's
that's a fucking image.
Left that open. How did Cincinnati teen become trapped, suffocate in van seat? I remember this.
Oh, this one was awful.
So this is a 16-year-old
This
Kyle
is a
Plush
crazy story,
died
dude.
Tuesday when the third row seat in a 2004 Honda Odyssey van crushed him.
I remember this crazy
story.
story.
Go to the next image. You actually see if you want to see what happened.
The logistics of how it happened were crazy.
Well, if you look at the image, it kind of
yeah, this explains it because I was like at first like, how the fuck
So it was trying to fold
Right.
because those seats can fold up. And when he tried to fold in that position, he was probably just playing with it or whatever. I guess the safety latch broke and he just got stuck.
And he had his phone there with him somehow, and he was able to I think he sent a text or something.
No,
at one
he
point.
called. No, we have the 911 call.
Oh, okay.
He called 911.
So he called 911. The 911 operator did not believe him because he, I guess he's just I don't believe that doesn't make sense.
You can barely hear him too. This is Kyle Plush's 911 call. He actually made
for
two
some
calls.
reason he didn't. I don't know. He must have passed out after that or something.
Address of your emergency. Cincinnati 911.
You see, it's just fucking horrible, dude. He gets stuck. He's trying to give them
The
information,
Seven Hills Web parking lot.
but they can't figure out where he is.
Where are you?
Where
Hello?
are you?
Where are you?
Man,
And
it
they
was-
sent the cops there. The cops did a cursory look around. They're like, eh.
Actually, there's a follow-up to this that we'll talk about in a second.
That I love her if I die. This is not a joke.
That's what he's telling me. Like, this is not a fucking joke. I'm really fucking
This
stuck.
is not a joke. I'm trapped inside my gold Honda Odyssey van in the Southwood parking lot of Seven Hills Beth. Send officers immediately. I'm almost dead.
I mean, it's just like he's so casual about it. It's like he's being crushed to death. I think it was using like a phone-activated thing to call 911 too.
Damn.
I mean, he tried twice.
Of all cars to die in, to a Honda.
I know,
Odyssey.
a Honda Odyssey. You gotta feel for him. He didn't die in a Maserati or anything.
Yeah, the cops actually showed up to that parking lot. I think they actually looked at this van. They just took like a cursory glance, like, nothing's wrong.
They never got out of the vehicles.
Everything's fine.
They actually never got out of the vehicles. The family, I don't know if they
The
lost
911 tape was not taken seriously.
Yeah, they kind of thought it was a prank. It wasn't.
So there was a lawsuit.
Yeah, so Kyle Plush wasn't discovered until 6 hours later by his father. Obviously, he was dead at that point. They called 911. They're actually suing the city of Cincinnati currently this year. I don't know where that's gone, but I did see that when I looked at
City
the
of
story.
Cincinnati wants dismissal of Kyle Plush lawsuit from that's from 8 hours ago.
So they won.
They say want.
So of course, the city doesn't want to.
An Ohio judge says he will rule next month on a request to dismiss a lawsuit filed by the family of 16-year-old student who died despite making 2 911 calls after being trapped by a foldaway seat in a vehicle. Hamilton County Judge Robert Ruhlman plans to make his decision January 22nd. Kyle Plush's family earlier this year sued the city of Cincinnati and several current and past city employees for wrongful death. The city contends the employees are protected by government immunity and the lawsuit lacks merit.
Tracks merit.
The city also said it has improved its 911 response
Yeah,
system.
look, we're sorry.
Yeah, now we actually show up to calls.
I mean, with him having a cell phone and everything, you figured they would have tried to trace the cell phone and figure out where he was, but it's kind of apparent that there was just a total... look, is there a kid out here? No, I don't see anything. This is a joke. Let's go back. And it just happened to be one of the times where this wasn't a joke and the kid actually died in a bizarre accident, crushed to death, unfortunately, by his Honda Odyssey. Well, guys, we got one last way to die. Now, Paul, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
It's like, all right. Paul, you like big tits, right?
Yes. Who doesn't?
I mean, TJ, what about you, man? You like them big old titties?
Yes.
Could be deadly.
Yeah.
No,
they're not.
Final story of the evening, TJ. Donna Lange, Washington woman, accused of using her breast to smother and kill a boyfriend.
Is that really a crime?
What a way to go. What a way to go.
I mean, when you think about all the ways you could die, you know, like this woman did this dude a service. All right?
That's not the way the story gets reported, TJ.
Dude,
that's
think
not
about-
well. That's because I'm not writing the fucking story. I need to start my own goddamn news site.
Based on what people heard. So maybe they're lying. So Washington woman is accused of using her breast to smother and kill her boyfriend after an altercation at their mobile home.
Works for me, man.
Donna Lange, a 51-year-old woman from Everett, Washington, is believed to have suffocated her boyfriend to death with her breast.
Those are some big ass titties.
On Saturday, January 12th, according to Seattle's KIRO 7 Eyewitness News. Deputies called to the Airport Inn trailer park. I'm sorry, you can't make this up. At 12:45 a.m. for a disturbance report, found medics performing CPR on Lange's 51-year-old alleged boyfriend. I guess the only alleged boyfriend not even really confirmed, who was later pronounced dead at Swedish hospital.
Yeah, because he choked on them Swedish
KRO
meatballs.
7 reports that the witnesses claim they saw Lange throw her boyfriend down in the back of the mobile home. She later was found by witnesses with her chest covering the victim's face. Police noted the size difference between Lange and her boyfriend. She was 5 foot 6 inches, 192 pounds, and he was 5 foot 7, 175 pounds. She's big, but I mean, she only got 20 pounds on him.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
most of that was tit.
And another dude actually claims that a woman tried to kill him. So in November, a German lawyer, Tim Schmidt, claimed his girlfriend tried to smother him with her 38 double D breasts.
Cool.
Dude, so I guess women sometimes just think, hey, you
There's
know what?
another one. A UK mother of 3 nearly smothered her boyfriend with her 40 LL
Damn,
breasts
God
while
damn.
they were fucking.
While they were sexing it up.
But she wasn't even malicious. She
Yeah.
mistook his
flailing for excitement until she noticed he had stopped moving and appeared to not be breathing.
Dude, we think we're the stronger sex, man. You get
No.
a chick with big old titties, you're like, yes, this is great. And then she starts pushing them on. You're like, yes, it's even better.
Dude, you get, like, in the afterlife, though, you get ultimate bragging rights, though. Like,
How'd you die?
How'd you die?
Cancer.
Oh, I was crushed by a fucking elevator. Oh, man, how'd you die? I died in the back of my Honda Odyssey. How'd you die? I literally drowned in titty. Some titties that were so big that I couldn't escape them literally smothered me in their delicious tittiness.
I figured we needed a bright spot to end
Yeah.
this
Always
this downer kind
look
of
on the bright
topic,
side of life.
Hey, look, some guys are going to die that way. Some guys are going to die in the sack. Huge titties just smothering their faces.
I'm fine with
never
some
know.
of those. I'm fine with some of those. I'm fine with the volcano death because I think I get real high on
'Cause
those
it's epic,
volcano
too.
fumes on the way in.
Yeah. And it's pretty epic.
Fine with
death.
the titty death.
Yeah.
The rest of them, no.
Crushing
no, thank
death,
you.
crushed by an elephant, dismembered by an elephant doesn't sound.
I mean,
too
I
fun.
wouldn't mind the head crushing, I guess, because that would,
If it was just
Yeah,
like,
it's-
boom, dead.
You're just dead.
You're just
but,
like, I don't know nothing about
slowly crushed by an elephant. No, thank you. No, I'll pass.
that. Yeah. Elephant Dumbo gonna rip your ass apart, bitch.
Damn, dude. Dumbo could too.
Yeah.
That's all I got, TJ. There's more ways to die, but you know what? We'll save that tale.
I'm pretty sure that's every single way a
No,
human
that's
being
it.
could die.
That's it, dude.
I don't think there's any others.
That's all. I mean, look, I researched it very thoroughly. I couldn't find any other ways to die.
That was it.
If you're
Those are
gonna-
the only possible deaths.
Now, until we find new information. Now, look, I heard there's more information about death out there, so I'm going to research that and get back to you guys if I find any new causes of death.
All right.
Man, it must be weird to be
Fair
like a vampire or something where there is only like a few ways you can die, you know? Like, you know.
A steak.
Yeah, you either get staked or sometimes the sun can kill you.
I mean, couldn't you crush a
Cross.
vampire to death as long as you crush their heart?
I don't think it works that way.
Does
I don't know how it
does it
works.
have to be the stake?
I feel like it has to be a stake, dude.
That's the way I learned about it, was that it has to be like an oak steak.
What
Yeah.
if it's a
Heart.
rock stake that comes off
I
of
don't
the
think that
boulder?
works. I
No,
think they
it's got to be
survive
made
it.
of oak, dude.
Yeah, it's gotta be
gotta-
an
they're
oak
weak
steak.
against oak.
All right, man. Well, fuck. I don't know. There's so many fucking rules, dude.
I don't know. Maybe if you had like a fucking metal steak, but it had like garlic rubbed on it or something, that might do it. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, look, I don't know all the fucking
The
rules.
vampire rules are unclear. We did a vampire episode. You guys can check it out. We did it a while back. I don't remember if it was public or private or whatever. I don't know what this
We
is
did
gonna
it.
be. Anyway, we did it. Check it out if you want. Bye.